This is wrestling's greatest moments.
Hey now, wrestling fans. It's time for another episode of Wrestling's Greatest Moments, Who's Dat Wrestler, where we provide 5 clues and you have to guess the wrestler's identity. The less clues you need to get the answer, the better your score. Before we get started though, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Here are the rules. You have 5 clues to guess each wrestler's identity, that is, the wrestling name they're best known by. If you answer the question with the first clue, you earn 5 points. If you answer the question by the second clue, you get 4 points, and so on, with the 5th and last clue being worth 1 point. If you don't answer the question within 5 clues, you get a whole lot of nothing. Dare to play the wild card? If you're willing to take a risk, consider playing our wild card question. We'll give you the subject. The question could be easy, medium, or hard. You won't know until you play it. It's a multiple choice question, or as we used to say in school, a multiple guess. Answer it right, and you add 5 points to your score. Answer it wrong, and you deduct 5 points. Keep in mind, the wild card is optional. Here's an example. Category: The Road Warriors. Your difficulty is easy. Lucky you. Here's a question. Which of these tag team titles weren't held by the Road Warriors? 1. The AWA World Tag Team Championship. 2. The WWF Tag Team Championship. 3. The ECW Tag Team Championship. Or 4. The NWA World Tag Team Championship. The correct answer is 3. The ECW World Tag Team Championship. Good luck! Question 1. Easy. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on April 23, 1954, in Roanoke, Virginia. His passion for bodybuilding earned him several bodybuilding titles. He capitalized on his bodybuilding background by utilizing nicknames such as Mr. Universe. Clue number 2. This wrestler captured several regional titles during his career, including the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship, the Georgia Heavyweight Championship, and the Georgia Tag Team Championship, winning the Georgia Tag Team Championship 4 times. This wrestler fought against Olympic strongman Ken Patera over the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. Clue number 3. This wrestler feuded against the heel Hulk Hogan, pinning Hogan at Madison Square Garden in 1981. This wrestler worked in World Class Wrestling Association with the nickname Black Superman. He captured the area's TV title from Crusher Yorkoff, aka Bam Bam Bigelow, and won the promotion's tag team titles with Skip Young. Clue number 4. This wrestler teamed with Rocky Johnson to capture the WWF Tag Team Championship, defeating the Wild Samoans for the title. Clue number 5. This wrestler later worked in the WWF as the controversial character Saba Simba. He later worked in the WWE's version of ECW as Mark Henry's manager and was the sidekick on the Abraham Washington Show. Who's Dat Wrestler? Who is Tony Atlas? Question 2. Easy. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on April 29, 1977, in Boynton Beach, Florida. He played arena football for teams including the Tampa Bay Storm, Las Vegas Gladiators, and Carolina Cobras. He began competing in the WWE in 2009 in its Florida Championship Wrestling developmental territory. Clue number 2. This wrestler is well known for his charity work and other humanitarian work. In 2020, the WWE awarded him its WWE Hall of Fame Warrior Award. In 2021, he received the Wrestling Observer Newsletter's Shad Gaspard / John Huber Memorial Award. Clue number 3. This wrestler teamed with Darren Young to form the Primetime Players, eventually defeating the New Day for the WWE Tag Team Championship. Clue number 4. In March 2013, this wrestler adopted the alter ego Pancake Patterson. However, it wouldn't be as funny as the time when the wrestler tripped and slid under the ring during his entrance into the Greatest Royal Rumble. Clue number 5. This wrestler serves as Goodwill Ambassador for the WWE. He also made history in 2019 when he became the inaugural 24/7 champion. Who's that wrestler? Who is Titus O'Neil? Question 3. Medium. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born in Brooklyn, New York on October 11th, 1969. His background in judo and football helped him prepare for wrestling. This wrestler was trained by Johnny Rodz and debuted in Puerto Rico's World Wrestling Council around 1987. Clue number 2. Early in his career, this wrestler worked as Kid Crush, competing in Japan. One of his biggest opponents then was New Japan Pro Wrestling's Pegasus Kid, aka Chris Benoit, a wrestler who would later work in 2 of the same promotions as him, ECW and the WWF. Clue number 3. This wrestler debuted in ECW in 1993 when it was known as Eastern Championship Wrestling. This wrestler captured the promotion's tag team championship with Kevin Sullivan. This wrestler defeated Sabu, who he would have a famous feud with later on in ECW for the promotion's TV title. But his championship reign ended the same night he won it. His second run with the TV championship would last from June 1997 to March 1998 after he defeated Shane Douglas. Clue number 4. This wrestler debuted in the WWF at the 2000 Royal Rumble, handing Kurt Angle his first loss, and by submission. Clue number 5. This wrestler also found success as a color commentator in the WWE, TNA Wrestling, and AEW. This wrestler held other titles in ECW, including its World Heavyweight Championship, as well as the title he created for himself, the FTW Championship. Who's that wrestler? Who is Taz? Question 4. Medium. Clue number 1. This third-generation wrestler was born on August 14, 1961, and trained with his father, Tommy, before debuting at age 17. The father and son would win the AWA Southern Tag Team Championship. Clue number 2. This wrestler also found success early on in a team with Ricky Morton. His WWF career hit a roadblock in 1983 when he was seriously injured in a motor vehicle accident. The WWF worked this wrestler's injury into a storyline by having the Masked Superstar re-injure this wrestler's neck, setting up a match between this wrestler's mentor Bob Backlund and the Masked Superstar. Clue number 3. This wrestler's career took off when he competed in Memphis's Continental Wrestling Association, where he and Tommy Rich worked as a new version of the Fabulous Ones. This wrestler turned heel, feuding with Rich. Clue number 4. This wrestler was known for his keen mind for booking and helped book in Bill Watts' Universal Wrestling Federation, where he held the UWF Tag Team Championship twice with Sting. He later booked Eastern Championship Wrestling, ECW, for several months. Clue number 5. This wrestler famously formed a faction called Hot Stuff International, Inc. He later joined forces with his real-life girlfriend, Missy Hyatt, to form H&H International. Who's that wrestler? Who is Eddie Gilbert? Question 5. Hard. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on July 21st, 1929 in Kansas City, Kansas. This wrestler was recruited by one of the National Wrestling Alliance's founders, Orville Brown, and broke into wrestling around 1950, just in time for wrestling's golden age on television. Clue number 2. This wrestler main evented around the United States, including runs in championship wrestling from Florida, Jim Crockett Promotions, NWA Big Time Wrestling, and Central States Wrestling. This wrestler held the NWA World Tag Team Championship, the Florida version, with Eddie Graham. Clue number 3. This wrestler feuded with Eddie Graham and Cowboy Bob Ellis. He also formed a controversial team with Boris Malenko and Jim Crockett Promotions. This wrestler, who was American and played an American at the time, was reviled due to his affiliation with Malenko, who was billed from Russia. Wrestling legend has it that one night that things grew so heated that the two wrestlers had to be snuck out of the arena in an ambulance. Clue number 4. This wrestler wasn't afraid to change his identity on occasion. He competed as Cowboy Rocky Fitzpatrick in the WWF when he challenged Bruno Sammartino for the promotion's top prize, and later worked under a mask as Zodiac in Florida and Georgia in 1972 to 1973, and California in 1975. Clue number 5. This wrestler held the NWA Florida Tag Team Championship with his son Bob in 1976. This wrestler's other son was also a wrestler, with both sons working in the WWF. This wrestler's grandson would also go on to become a wrestler, achieving considerable success in the WWE. Who's Dat Wrestler? Who is Bob Orton Sr.? Question 6. Hard. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born in Waterloo, Iowa in 1941. He broke into wrestling with the help of Gus Karras, but experienced difficulties getting training until Jack Crawford, who also trained Ox Baker, helped him. Clue number 2. This wrestler caught his first big break while working in Dory Funk Sr.'s Amarillo territory. Some historians credit him as Amarillo's first major black heel. Clue number 3. This wrestler was known for fighting against racism in wrestling, and he also sought to form a union for wrestlers. He wasn't afraid to work in so-called outlaw promotions. One such promotion was Ann Gunkel's All-South Wrestling. This wrestler wanted to pay back Ann's deceased husband, who had helped him get his first set of wrestling boots. Unfortunately, he was blackballed from wrestling for working there, and he took a job with the Los Angeles Times. Clue number 4. This wrestler's phenomenal ability to cut promos, which this wrestler described as shuck and jive, was imitated by many wrestlers, including Dusty Rhodes, Jimmy Valiant, and Blackjack Mulligan. This wrestler's soulful style could win fans as a babyface, or anger them when he played a heel. Clue number 5. This wrestler competed in Georgia Championship Wrestling, teaming with Ole Anderson and winning the area's National Tag Team Championship with Ole. Unfortunately, Ole turned on this wrestler to form a team with Arn Anderson. This wrestler later managed Ice Train in WCW. Who's Dat Wrestler? Who is Thunderbolt Patterson? Question 7. Ridiculous. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on February 18, 1861 in Cedar County, Iowa. This wrestler achieved national fame in the 1890s. Clue number 2. This wrestler did farm work to support his family after his father passed away. This work helped him to build his power. His dedication to fitness and reputation for being in top shape led to him developing a mail-order course known as the Lessons in Wrestling and Physical Culture. Clue number 3. This wrestler was also known for his 20-inch neck. He was known for performing a stunt where he would wrap a noose around his neck and fall 6 feet, surviving due to his incredible neck strength. Clue number 4. This wrestler competed against rising star Frank Gotch, defeating Gotch. This wrestler saw something in the young wrestler and began mentoring him. This wrestler became well known for training some of wrestling's top stars at the time, including Rudy Dusek, Toots Mont, and Jack Taylor. Clue number 5. This wrestler defeated Evan Strangler Lewis in 1895 to capture the American Heavyweight Championship. This wrestler was nicknamed Farmer. Who's Dat Wrestler? Who is Martin Farmer Burns? Dare to play the wild card? Remember, the wild card is optional. This week's wildcard category, Tully Blanchard. Difficulty, medium. Tully Blanchard held Jim Crockett Promotions' United States Championship once. Who defeated Tully for the title, and at what wrestling event did it occur? 1. Dusty Rhodes, The Great American Bash, 1985. 2. Magnum TA, Starrcade 85, The Gathering. 3. Magnum TA, The Great American Bash, 1985. 4. Nikita Koloff, The Great American Bash, 1987. The answer is 2. Magnum TA at Starrcade 85, The Gathering. Magnum defeated Tully Blanchard there at 1985 Starrcade in their legendary I Quit Steel Cage match. Now it's time to add up your score. Let's have the coach take a look at your score. Coach?
How'd you do? No points. You set up the ring. While you're at it, sweep up the gym. 1 to 5 points. You're a wrestling school student. 6 to 10 points. You're a local talent, or what I like to call a bum. 11 to 15 points. You're a jobber to the stars. 16 to 20 points. You're a mid-card talent. 21 to 25 points. You're an upper-card talent. 26 to 30 points. You're a main eventer. 31 to 34 points. You're the undisputed world champion. 35 points. You're a living legend. While you're at it, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Wrestling's Greatest Moments, the channel that celebrates the squared circle.